Hello, this is probably the weirdest video I've ever made. My name's Josh Taylor. Today we're ranking Pixar's moms. Mostly because my mom was visiting town this past week and I thought, wouldn't it be kind of funny to rank all the Pixar moms? And then I put a poll out saying, what should I make this week? And everybody voted and said, you should make Pixar moms ranked video. That'd be funny. I also put out that I should maybe do a different video, which there was kind of a split vote, so I am going to make that video in a little bit, but I figured this was a good time to do something weird and silly and fun. And so here's the criteria. I'm going to look at all of the Pixar moms from Toy Story up until Elemental, because I don't know anything about Elio. This video is getting made pretty much right after Elemental came out in theaters. So we're going to talk about Elemental and going back to the beginning of Pixar with the original Toy Story film. I believe there are 18 different moms that we're going to talk about and see, A, the criteria being how good of a mom that they are, and B, because I'm at kind of an age range where some of the people in my age that I would date are moms. So, would I date this Pixar mom? That's the other criteria we're going with. Again, this might be the silliest thing I've ever made, but I hope you enjoy it. Let's jump into this thing. My name's Josh Taylor. This is Modern Mouse, and today we're ranking every single Pixar mom. Tried to put it in chronological order without really looking. I probably should have looked. The middle is going to be a bit more muddied, but I started with Andy's mom at the beginning, and we're ending with Cinder and Brooke, the two moms from Elemental, at the very end. There's 18 moms in total. So again, the criteria is, are they a good mom? If I were to date them, would I date them? And what do I think about them overall? So we're starting with Andy's mom. Andy's mom, I think, is a good mom. She reminds me a lot of my mom, mostly because I consider myself a type of Andy. And that way, I'm not sure if I would ever date Andy's mom. Assuming, I mean, we never see Andy's dad, but I believe Andy's dad exists somewhere. Regardless, she's a good mom. You know what? Solid. We're gonna go solid B tier mom here. Doing a great job. You know, make sure that her son is happy. In fact, we're gonna move her up to A tier. I believe in Andy's mom. I think she's great. The Queen from A Bug's Life, obviously a mother to many ants. However, I don't know how much she can do these days. She's more of a grandmother than anything. So that's a difficult one. I'm going to put her lower on the tiers. I think that she can't really step up and help anybody anymore. So I'm giving her the D tier, unfortunately. And I'm just going to say it. I'm not into that older of a woman. As far, you know, like, was she a hot mom once? Was she a good-looking mom once? Maybe, but not these days. So I'm gonna pass on that. But Nemo's mom is an interesting one because she only has a few minutes, if even minutes, of screen time at all in Finding Nemo. We do know her name's Coral. She seems protective, to the point where she gives her life, which makes her, I think, a good mom. You know, if you give your life, you're a good mom. Unfortunately, we don't know much more about her, so I'm gonna put her middle ground here, put her as C. This is so stupid. Okay. Mrs. Incredible, Elastigirl. I think great mom. I think adventurous mom. Fun mom. She might be S tier. Here's the thing about it. Anytime somebody says Pixar mom, the first thing that people think of is Mrs. Incredible. So that just automatically makes her like the definitive Pixar mom. So she's the first S tier here of moms. And 1000% dateable. If Mr. Incredible, for whatever reason, leaves her, call me, Ellen. And then we've got Bonnie's mom from Toy Story 3 and 4. And I like Bonnie's mom. She's nice. I will say Toy Story 1 specifically, Andy's mom is creepy looking. And she's still kind of creepy looking in the other films. I mean, like, if you look at her here, she's got a little bit of creep to her. And I guess that's not to say my mom doesn't seem creepy. Just the way that Andy's mom acts kind of feels like my mom. But Bonnie's mom is a bit more definitive in who she is and how she looks. And she kind of seems like, I know that she works at the daycare center, but she's got kind of like a librarian. And I agree, a daycare center is good for her too. And I think we'll get, once we get to Riley's mom from Inside Out, she seems like kind of the nerdy one too. Bonnie's mom is in the same spectrum of nerdy moms. But I think that Riley's mom is a little bit more nerdy, and I'm a sucker for nerds, so I'm gonna put Bonnie's mom on the B tier, below Andy's mom. We're rounding out. We're filling out the blanks here. Would I date her? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Again, Bonnie has a dad. Queen Eleanor. She was an okay mom, kind of a hothead, learned her lessons throughout Brave. And I think that she came out the other end being a more compassionate, loving mother. So that makes her a good mom. But I think that she's very pretty. I like the hair. I like the hairstyle and everything. The dresses, they're nice. I'm gonna also put her as a solid B tier right here. I'm gonna put her ahead of Bonnie's mom though. Now, Jenny, who is Dory's mom, I think is not a bad mom, but she let her daughter get lost, knowing that she has an illness. F tier. And a fish, I don't know. Would I date this fish? Would I date this fish? No. And Eugene Levy is the father. And I love Eugene Levy. I would never steal a woman from Eugene Levy. He's amazing. I put him in the Mermaid video because I think Eugene Levy's so amazing. If you watch the Little Mermaid video, I put him in there, the clip from Splash, because I think Eugene Levy's amazing. And we've got Sherry Squibbles, who is the mom from Monsters University, Scott's mom. Listens to heavy metal, kind of cool, or tries to be cool. Very, very loving to not only Scott, but also his friends. Kind of the quintessential, like, what I think of the kind of 80s movie mom. I think of her. I think she could be fun. 5 Eyes. I mean, it would be interesting to date someone with 5 eyes. It could be a good time. At least, a date or two. I think we would end up being friends in the long run. But putting her as an A tier. Solid A tier. Here, Sherry Squibbles. Good job. Then we've got Arlo's mom from The Good Dinosaur. She is loving, but also loses her children. But that isn't her fault. Her husband took Arlo out. So that's not on her. She does get sad. I don't know. We don't know that much about her, though. That's the problem. And I feel weird about giving her anything more than a D tier. I'm going to go D tier here. She doesn't do the sacrifice, the Coral does here. But, like, there's nothing that says that she's bad, like Jenny here. I mean, Jenny knows Dory can't remember anything, loses her. At least Arlo's mom wasn't the one to lose her kid. You know what I mean? All right, now we're moving on to Riley's mom, and I love Riley's mom. She wants to go get pizza. She cares about her daughter. Um, it seems like in her family of Riley and mom and dad, she's the one that keeps the peace in the house, it feels like. A bit nerdy, a bit goofy, broccoli on pizza, totally nerdy and weird. I'd be interested in a date. I'd be very interested in a date here, which makes me think that she's a solid S tier, right behind Mrs. Incredible. I don't know if Mrs. Incredible is going to leave this spot at number 1 on the S tier, just because she's the definitive Pixar mom, but Riley's mom is up there for me. Louisa, Miguel's mom from Coco, is we don't see her a ton. We see a bunch of other kind of motherly figures in that film more so. But Louisa is pregnant, having another child, still working pregnant. So very hardworking, traditional family values. I think that she deserves the B tier listing. She goes with the family, but that's kind of a like cultural thing more or less. So I'm gonna put her in the back of the B tier here. She could be doing more. You know, she could be taking care of Miguel more in some way. It feels like Miguel's kind of off doing his own thing. She leaves the mothering more to some of the other people in her family more than her. So, in fact, that makes me feel like she's moving down the list here. She's moving down to C. I couldn't date her though. I feel I don't know. There's something about it, like I can't get into that family dynamic, those family values. I feel more like Miguel. I want to be my own person. I want to play music. All right, now we've got this is Lightfoot from Onward, and she's got something, another nerdy mom. She's doing the aerobics in the living room. She feels like the cool mom in town, but also a bit embarrassing at times. Kind of, she gives art teacher vibes to me. I don't know if anybody else gets that, but she definitely gets that art teacher vibe. And I'm into that. A little quirky, a little goofy, willing to play a bit more, willing to maybe be a bit childish at times, not in a bad way, not immature, but isn't willing to give up the kind of child within her. And I like that. And she is very single. So, Mrs. Lightfoot, if you are interested, so am I. In fact, you're going front of the A tier here. And you know what? No, you're going S tier. Little Lightfoot, be my Valentine. You know? Then we got Lita Gardner. Joe Gardner's mom from Soul. Caring person, a little bit, you know, tough love mom, which is different than a lot of the moms that are here. But a very well-rounded character, despite how little screen time she gets. I very much understand who she is, her relationship with Joe. However, you know, again, getting way up there in age. I mean, Joe is kind of middle-aged, so she's getting up there into grandmother territory. And again, that kind of goes along with the queen aunt. Not my vibe, so to speak. I'm no cougar chaser here. Is what I'm saying. I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm making this video. I'm gonna say we're going B tier, back in B tier here. She's better than these people. She gives the tough love. She's you know, good heart in the long run. And then we've got Luca's mom, who is a fish monster. And she does turn human, and the human form of her, you know what? I prefer the sea monster form over the fish, over the human form. But she's a bit too protective. Seems like she's Not the kind of person I would want to be my mom, nor would the kind of person I would want to date at all. So I think I'm putting her in the D tier here. I'm gonna put her in front of the queen, but not a good look for Luca's mom. Ming Lee, turning red. She learns a lot of lessons. Again, I would say kind of like Queen Eleanor, by the end of the film, she becomes a better mother, a more understanding and compassionate mother. I love the red hair. I wish she would go back to the red hair. But I will say I do like the kind of werewolf tendencies. You know, a little wild, a little sexy. That's nice. So Ming Lee, you moving up the list. You, I think, by the end, become A tier mom. Not at the beginning of the film. She's got that overprotectiveness that Luca's mom has, but A tier by the end of the film. Excellent. Alicia Hawthorne from Lightyear. We don't necessarily see a lot from her. From all we see, she is a lesbian, so she's probably not interested in dating me. But if she is interested in dating me, I might be interested in dating her. A good woman in a military uniform. Sometimes that powerful dynamic is attractive. Seems loving, seems caring. Waited for Buzz, you know. Was beloved by a lot of people on base, so that makes me think that everybody loved her. She was a kind person, and a lot of people cared about her. So I'm gonna put her as well up here in the A tier. Good job, Alicia Hawthorne. And I think she didn't have to learn any lessons, right? We're moving her up. We're moving her up. She's above Sherry and Ming. Now we've got the last two here. We've got Cinder and Brooke from Elemental. Cinder is a loving mother, and she keeps her family together as well. But I'm not really into the tarot card, let me look at your future kind of thing. She had to kind of be convinced that mixing races, mixing elements was okay. That kind of brings her down a bit. Ultimately, I think she might be in this C tier in the front here. Coming close to Joe Gardner's mom. Could be at the back of the B tier. I'm gonna put her in the C tier. But by the end of that film, good woman. Brooke Ripple, however, is fantastic from the beginning. So nice, so loving. Wants to encourage the creativity, wants to encourage children to show their emotions, to show their love, to show their feelings. Top tier mom here for me, in my opinion. S tier mom, for sure. So we've got Mrs. Incredible, Riley's mom, Mrs. Lightfoot, and Brooke Ripple as the best moms, the best Pixar moms. So that being said, this is really weird. Leave your thoughts. Who do you think are the best Pixar moms out of these, and why? I tried to put them all on here. I believe I got all of the moms. There are 18 moms here. Of course, there's grandmother characters and aunts and all kinds of other female characters that are kind of motherly but aren't traditional mothers. Leave your thoughts. Tell me who they are. Tell me if you'd like to see the best Pixar dads or Disney dads or whatever ranked, because I like doing these and they're fun and silly and enjoyable, and they spark debate, which is always a good time. I love debating, so throw down your comments down below. Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what I did right, and leave your rankings. And as always, thank you for watching. Keep moving forward. I'll see you all soon.